If you are wanting to move on to the next step when it comes to your horse riding, I thought I would create a video on some of the things that have helped elevate my horse riding and got me to the next level. I started near enough 3 years ago, it's coming up to 3 years, when I was 30. So I was an adult beginner, which I think is a big challenge in itself. Because our mind is different compared to when we are a child. So I wanted to share some of the things that's really helped me become, I would say, quite a decent horse rider. So when I did just do a video on last week, sort of saying like, oh, what you sort of need when it comes to horse riding, and you don't really need much. You don't really need no much. You don't really need much. But once you sort of realize, right, okay, you do want to do horse riding and you do maybe want to get a few things, the one main thing that I would 100% recommend is riding leggings with the sticky bum. They helped me massively. I didn't realize how much they actually changed my riding until I decided to not wear sticky leggings, and I could feel myself just not being very secure in the saddle and really moving around the saddle. And some people disagree with getting sticky leggings because they sort of feel like you should have a good seat anyways, and yes, maybe that's true, but for somebody who really needed to help work on confidence, I need to wear them sticky leggings to really help me keep my bum in the saddle, because I struggle to keep my bum in the saddle. So if I need to put on some sticky leggings, then I'm going to do that. And yeah, once I managed to get a few pairs of them, I really noticed the difference, and that really helped excel my riding a little bit. Something else that has really helped is to make sure I am stretching and to make sure I am moving, because something I find, the more that I do horse riding and if I don't do any of the other things, I feel as if I stiffen up a little bit, and what that then does is it then sort of makes me stiff on the horse. Now, if you've been riding for a while, you will know that the best way to ride a horse is to be as loose and with the horse as possible, especially in the hips. And when I have started to take my stretches in my legs quite seriously, that has really helped me be able to sort of move with the horse better in, because there's nothing worse. I don't know, let me know if you've experienced this as well. There is nothing worse than when you are about to do something on the horse and your hip goes into a cramp. That has happened a couple of times and I'm like, oh my god, this hurts so much. And I normally tend to that for that to happen when I don't stretch. I'll do a few weeks of not stretching. So being flexible and being loose in your legs and in your hips really does help improve your horse riding. Might sound like, yeah, okay, but try it and then let me know if you agree. Something else that I've always done, and it definitely helps, I find I can learn more just as much out of the saddle than what I can in the saddle. I've watched many of YouTube videos, many different channels, which is like, this is what you do, this is what inside leg to outside hand means, all of them. This is what heels down means. I find sometimes you can go more prepared into your lessons by watching these videos and sort of understanding things a little bit, because there is definitely a horse language. There's definitely a language that people use when you're on a horse that what we probably wouldn't understand if you didn't ride a horse. So knowing that language before you get told it is really, really ideal. So yeah, there's a very much a fine line with this though, because I have also noticed that if I watch too much, then I can just get a little bit overwhelmed. And especially at the start of your horse riding journey, at the start, you've got to be so careful because you don't want to overdo it. Because you can confuse yourself a little bit. So find somebody that you find really knowledgeable and try and find somebody who's more of a beginner friendly rather than high level dressage or something like that, because that could just be too complicated and you're not quite there yet. So it's finding the right level for you and watching videos and sort of being like, ah, that's what that means, or yes, I get that. And it can help you go into your next lessons a little bit more prepared. Or you could even say, I've watched a video about this. Can you explain? Don't be afraid to speak to your instructors and be like, I've heard about this. Can you help me? Or this is what I've heard. Is that right? Is that wrong? Because honestly, watching the videos has really helped me gain confidence. A lot of videos of horses language actually I found really helpful, because it's made me trust the horse a little bit, made me realize, right, okay, this is what's happening, understanding behaviors in horses in different times of year, all of that. So YouTube videos are a great tool that you can have in between lessons. Lastly, I think one of the last things I would probably say that's really helped my horse riding journey is making sure that you are open and honest with your instructor. I find the more you talk and the more you ask questions, the more you'll actually learn. It doesn't matter how stupid you may feel or how stupid you think the question is. I've probably asked some really stupid things, but if that's something you're struggling with, then you need to fix it. And the only way you can fix it is by asking the question. So don't be afraid to speak, ask, talk to other people in the group. It's so amazing when you can find a group environment where you are all in it together and you can learn from each other. It's something I didn't want to do at the start of my riding journey. I can't remember why I done oh, I think it was completely by accident, my first group lesson. I think my first group lesson sort of happened on a loan, I guess you could maybe say. I was in the arena with somebody else. And then after that loan ended, I went to this place and I booked it at a certain time, and then it just turned out that somebody else turned up at the same time. And then I've sort of really been hesitant of doing group lessons because I don't know, I just felt really insecure that maybe I was going to be the worst one there and everybody would judge and all of that. But what you get from group lessons is also amazing. You get to watch other people, you get to see it from like the ground, if that makes sense, and realize, you know what, that actually isn't as fast as what maybe I think it is. Or maybe that's how I should do it. You see that they sort of hold the reins differently, they hold the crop differently, the set off into canter differently, or you are following people, and there's just a few different reasons why group lessons can also be good. And also if they are all really friendly and you can all get talking to each other, it's a great way to bond and be like, oh, this, I found this really frustrating in this lesson, and they'll be like, oh, but you're doing really good, or whatever. There's so many different reasons why group lessons can be great, but I do understand how intimidating they can be also. But yeah, I think that is basically all the things that I would sort of say that you can do to sort of level up your horse riding. Pretty simple things. You don't really need to spend much money on it at all, because group lessons are normally cheaper as well, so you'll save money in that sense. So that means you can buy more horse riding leggings. But yeah, let me know if you have any other tips that you would maybe give somebody else. But just trust the process, enjoy it, trust your gut. I think is something that I really try and do with a lot as well. You know when something feels off. So, but yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Like I said, comment if you have any suggestions on what you would maybe recommend to other people. Is there any videos that you would maybe want me to do next? Because I don't really know what you want me to do. I don't really know what more to share at the moment. I am doing weekly lessons and there's not really much going on, to be fair. The snow's landed as well this week, so I don't know what's going to happen with that either. So all fun and games as winter comes in. But yeah, leave me a comment. Oh, my hair. Leave me a comment. I'd love to get back to you. Subscribe if you are not already, because obviously this is a new channel. I'm really trying to build it up. I'm hopefully going to get some of my TikTok followers over, and if you are new here from there, say hi. But yeah, thanks guys, and I will see you next time.